Hey everybody, thank you for joining me again today, The Way with Neo. I had another brainwave revelation, epiphany, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to start with a long story first. I don't know if any of you have ever come across a lion, like King of the Beast, Mufasa, not Simba, Mufasa. When I was in my early teens, about 11, 12, round about there, we lived in Mafikeng, and there used to be a park, lion park, near where we lived, and it was in the middle of an animal reserve. So one time my aunt took us there, took around. She used to love taking us places, this aunt of mine. And as we were going, as usual, I had a book with me. I was a compulsive reader, always had a book in my hand everywhere I went. So we were in the car driving through, and we were meant to drive. We were always told, I remember, the drivers who came through were told to drive slowly, not to alarm the lions, not to set them off, whatever. And we were coming through, I don't know, something my aunt said, something like, have the lions eaten or something like that. Anyhow, so we go in, and the guy says, no, they've eaten. They were just, the lions were lying there. There's a couple of prides of lions, I think, because there's lots of them, and lying under a tree. So I said, okay, that's a lion. Just goes to show how spoiled one can be, thinking looking at a lion is like looking at a dog, a neighborhood dog, because I'm like, that's a lion, and went back to my book. And I don't even remember what book I was reading. As I was reading, obviously we're in the car and we're driving very slowly through the park. Somebody just said, look up. As I looked up, true as Nyan, there are these huge guys, beautiful. What's the word? They captured my attention, these eyes. This lion is right there by my window. My cousin, my aunt, everybody's looking outside. Nobody is paying attention to this lion, and the lion's not paying attention to the people looking outside. It's paying attention to the person not looking. Notice that, not looking, all right? Number two, there was a barrier between me and the lion, obviously, the glass of the window. And I was just awestruck, and I felt weirdly powerful, because I thought in my little head, retrospectively, I was thinking, power drawn to power. So I'm looking at this lion, and it looks at me, and I look at it, and you can see what is this thing? Question in its eyes. And it raises its paw and bats at the door. That's when my aunt noticed, and it bats at the window at the door. But they've eaten, so I was not a snack. And it moves away. And that feeling never left me. Okay, it just stayed. That was Neo and the Lion, part one. Part two. Another year, we have gone to the zoo. I hate zoos, but anyway, we went to the zoo, a whole bunch of us, and we went in a school bus, and everybody went to see the monkeys and everything, and we are all working in a group. As per usual, I got distracted, and my head is in the clouds. The next thing I look around, I'm alone in this zoo that I've never been to. I don't know where everybody else is. I can't hear anybody else. I don't hear people. But I was not scared, I think I was 11. Between 11 and 14, actually. And I'm walking around looking at things to see in the zoo. Plants, birds, saw a vulture. As I'm walking, I noticed this path. Well, I was walking on this path, and it's made with concrete. It's laid with concrete, and I'm looking at my feet, and I'm just taking a step by step, walking. Then I notice as I keep walking that the pavement is cracked, like really, really cracked. And I was like, looks like something hit this, but you don't see an impact area where the cracks would radiate from. It's just cracked. So it's like, I wonder if this is heat. This is just the thought in my mind. As I was walking past, I see on my left, is this my left? No. My right, a lion cage. And up ahead, I noticed another one. This time on my left. So I'm looking at this lion cage up ahead and the lion on this side. And the lions look very lazy and they're just lying down. And once again, no fear. Look, I do know that I respond quite late to things where I should have a flight or fight situation. I'm more like, first. Before anything happens. Anyhow, the thing that struck me about the lion on this side is that it was up to just by my ribs high. It was lying down. This thing was massive. And I looked at the mane and I was just like, wow, look at this thing, look at that mane on this animal. And then there were the lionesses laying around as well, no cubs. And the one up ahead, I noticed the same thing, also lying there. And by Motswana, some words in English just are not there. And there's a word in Setswana called kiritla, which is a sound a lion makes. And so this lion on this hand, this side, whatever, left, right, then it looked like it was about, like when a cat throws up a hairball, it does this, you see it doing that kind of thing. But this lion, I could see his shoulders keep doing that. And then suddenly it makes this sound, And I'm like, oh, hairball? What do I know about lions? By then, we didn't even have the Lion King. So anyhow, then the lion on the other cage starts again. It joins this other one. I'm like, oh, okay. These are the lions. And then I remembered the word. Oh, my teacher said, in Setswana, Tauya giritla. A lion makes that, I don't know what it is in English. The reason I use the word giritla is because there is also the word Tauya rora, which is also to roar in English. Funny enough, they sound the same. And shortly, there's an exchange between these lions, that it came from the like the build-up. And then it came to the full-on roar. I mean, like, roar. I can't magnify it enough. And then as they roar, and then like this one starts, this one answers, this one goes, this one answers, So there's this roaring. And I'm standing there. Guys, 1980 flipping something. No cell phone. Okay? I could not capture this. The ground was shaking. I'm like, I looked and I'm like, oh, the cracks. The cracks in the ground were literally from the sound of these mighty beasts that are held captive, roaring. So my point with the lion story is Jesus is called the Lion of the tribe of Judah. The devil is is also pictured as a lion, one that is like a lion. Jesus is called the Lion of the tribe of Judah. The devil is like a lion. And the reason I bring all this up, I had a dream where, and I remember it so clearly, for some reason we're in Johannesburg, something like that, in a game park, and we are not in a vehicle this time, and I'm with one of my favorite people, my nephew. In the dream, he was 6 years old, and suddenly we see this lion. And when I looked back and I see the lion, and this lion was quite a bit of a distance away, and I think my nephew said, let's run, we can outrun the lion. And when I looked over my shoulder, I noticed the lion didn't notice us. But immediately in my heart, in the dream, I knew the moment it notices us, we will become prey. What I'm saying with all of this is to say, we have an enemy. When we focus on him, like in the dream I had, then he's in our lives, and he's in our lives to destroy. And like the Bible says, the devil is like a roaring lion, looking for whom he will devour. In the dream, my nephew said, let's run, we can outrun the lion. And we started running. And in the dream, when we started running, the lion hadn't noticed us as yet. So we were able to escape. We kept running. And funny enough, in the dream, again, like the other two accounts I had, there was no fear in my heart, just a sense of urgency to get away. The point I'm making is this, guys. We have a God, okay, who loves us and whose love is a weapon against whatever comes against us, because his word says that love expels, dispels, it makes disappear all fear. And is a lion not something fear-worthy? I mean, my 12-year-old, 11-year-old self looking up, and there's a window, it's only a window that I don't know how much it has been tested. I had not come across action movies by then where these superhero people or these action stars break a window with their elbow. And it's been tested. People have tried it. It doesn't work. The window is quite strong. But besides the point, a lion is big. I mean, its paw is as big as my face. A paw! And that paw has got behind it muscle of power, right? Lion. And the one that was looking at me when I was that age, 11, 12, it was looking with curiosity. Lions are cats. And lions are also known to play with their food. So it's well known, lions can attack just to see what you will do. It's not that it was going to eat me if I was available. More like test and see, will this little rat run away? You know, we've seen cats catch lizards, birds, mice, and play with them instead of kill them and do the humane thing. I don't know why we call it humane when we humans are not so humane. I digress. Back to the issue. So the glass for me, when I remember that memory, is the word, God, who stands between the danger and myself. And when I remember the 2 lion cages and the power of those roaring lions, is the fact that there is power that moves things we don't expect to see move, like the broken concrete pavement. I was what, 12, 14? I did not know. I did not have the science to know sound can do that. I didn't know that. We did not have Google and all these other things that are information that was easily available for a person to know that kind of thing. So guys, what I'm saying is we need to know our God, not as a myth, not as an option, not as a religion, but as real as the face we see in the mirror. He's as real as my nose to me. You know, when I touch my nose, my hands are cold and I can feel my nose. God is that real. Our senses, you know, our gut instinct, all of that. So next time you think about all the challenges that come And I'm not going to say when you, I'm going to say when we, because I come across them all the time. I'm just so excited this time in this moment. I don't know why. I'm just so excited because I feel like God is revealing himself. I don't want to use Christianese, but God is getting clearer as to who he really is. The routines and the rituals and the strictures and the barriers, I feel God is removing those. The Holy Spirit is removing those, because God is a jealous God, and he's jealous for us. He wants us to know him properly, truthfully, for who he is. So I would really encourage all of us to get into God in a way that we want to know him as we would want to know our neighbors, as we would want to know a new friend, as we would want to know a new partner in life, you know, somebody that we really, really want to know and are interested in. So guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I really hope this speaks to you as it spoke to me about the lion, and to super focus on God, not on the lion behind you, that it could get hold of you. Too many Christians love the devil, you know. I'm going to leave it at that. Love God. Focus on God. He's what matters. He's the life. He's the truth. He's the water. He's the bread. He's the gate. He's the shepherd. It's all these beautiful things. So before it never goes any further and keeps talking and talking and talking, and before you know it, the day is over. Love you. Till next time. Mwah! Have a brilliant day. Thank you guys. Bye.